Welcome to the class of 2021, and we would also like to welcome the parents and the guardians of the class of 2021. The Cedar Falls High School counselors will be sharing this presentation of information to help you through your senior year. We will also have the PowerPoint presentation available so you can access the links that are talked about in the video. This year we will also be adding the Cedar Falls High School Counseling YouTube channel. This channel will include shorter, more detailed videos of the things that we talked about and the things that you will need to do throughout the year, such as order a transcript, complete your FSAID, and many other things that will be important for you to accomplish. We will also be continuing to share the newsletters and putting announcements in Schoology, and also be sending a lot of important emails. So we can't stress enough how important it is for seniors to read their emails throughout the year. Because our goal for the class of 2021 is for every student to be ready on May 30th at 2 o'clock at the McLeod Center. And this is only 250 days away, 10 hours and 34 minutes. And we understand that each of the students will have a different graduation story. Some students may be going to enroll in a college, or some students may be interested in the military or an apprenticeship, and some students may be going right into employment. As I said earlier, our goal is to make sure every student has a graduation story that fits for them and that is appropriate, and that they will be ready and have accomplished all the tasks. This slide has some important information for everyone. The first link is the top 10 events for senior year. And this talks about the senior presentation. It talks about our senior meetings, which I will talk about in just a few minutes. If students are interested in early graduation, they will need to get paperwork at their senior meeting and return it with their parent signature by October 1st. College application week and FAFSA will have some important dates here, and those will be talked about a little bit later in more detail. If you need information about the yearbook pictures in detail, please check this out. There's also some important dates towards the end of the year for awards and awards assemblies, also the last day of school, the graduation practice and graduation walk at the elementaries, which has been a lot of fun. And then, of course, as I mentioned earlier, the Cedar Falls High School class of 2021 graduation, May 30th at 2 o'clock in the McLeod Center. And the other link in this slide is the Senior Handbook of 2021, which is also a review of some of the things that we talk about here in the presentation, and also different things in more detail. So it is something that you can access later on if you need information about testing, about military, about financial aid, scholarships. And then the very last page, if you have read this booklet, you are eligible to sign up for a scholarship from the Cedar Falls High School Counseling Office. All you have to do is return this sheet to the counseling office with your signature by March 11th. So we would encourage all of our seniors to complete that scholarship application, as it is probably one of the easier ones to do. As I mentioned earlier, all the counselors are meeting individually with their seniors, and we can't stress enough how important these meetings are, because we are going through some really important information. The first thing is we do a credit check and make sure everything is accurate on the transcript to meet graduation requirements. The second thing is talking again about your graduation story and making sure that you know what steps you need to do to accomplish that by May 30th. So please, seniors, attend your senior meeting and have questions ready for your counselor. And just real briefly, as we always do, talk about what the school council role is with our students. As we talked a little bit earlier about the career and post-secondary options, this realm is very important during the senior year for counselors to be working with their students. And we will be continuing to work with them all throughout the year, making sure all the steps are taken. We also work with them in the academic realm, making sure their classes are all going okay, as well as the personal social realm. And this includes students who might be struggling with different issues, and we can work through some of that, or we can also refer to other professionals if needed. So at this time, I'm going to share with Mr. Eisenman, and he is going to talk about who is your counselor and how do you get in touch with them.
Hey everyone, like Mrs. Langen said earlier, your school counselor is here to support you with a number of different things. If you're wanting to connect with one of us, please feel free to stop in, call, or email, or book an appointment via the link on this slide. We regularly hear from students how helpful the job shadow experience is to helping with their graduation story. We are so lucky to have this opportunity this fall. Please contact your school counselor if you'd like more information or to get signed up. So many options. Please remember that when we talk about college, we're including any training or education after high school. If you're undecided or not quite sure on your options, reach out to your school counselor. We're always here to help. Planning college visits can feel like a daunting task, especially now with the COVID restrictions on many college campuses. Thankfully, lots of colleges and universities are offering virtual visits. If you're interested in setting up a virtual visit, you can check with the university admissions department or contact your school counselor. We'd be happy to help you get registered for a visit. On this slide, there's a link to an awesome resource with a list of questions to ask and what things to watch out for while you're on a college visit. An important and sometimes confusing part of preparing for life after high school are the different types of admissions tests. We will be offering the ASVAB on November 20th for students interested in the military. This test can also help students identify their strengths and interests if we're still a little undecided. The Accuplacer is another admissions test that's used by community colleges. All CFH students take the Accuplacer during their junior year. If you're planning to attend a community college, check with the admissions department if you meet the admissions requirements. If you need to retake the Accuplacer, contact your school counselor. We can get you set up right here at the school. So with all this test optional stuff, do I really have to take the ACT or SAT? It really depends. We are still encouraging students planning to attend a four-year college or university to take either the ACT or SAT. The links on this slide will provide additional information needed to navigate the test optional policies, as well as how to register for the ACT or SAT. When in doubt, the best person to contact is your admissions counselor at your prospective university. Your school counselor can help you with this.
The next step for many students who are applying for college is to fill out a college application. Many of you are already filling out college applications, and we will provide some help and assistance towards the end of September and first part of October when we invite in college admissions counselors to help our students fill out applications in something we call College Application Week. College applications can be found on the website of every college, and some are more intense and some are very simple to fill out. Most require information about the student, including social security number and what programs that they are thinking about pursuing at that college. This year, we would also like to have students track their college applications on Zello. This will be one of the YouTube videos, and it will be very helpful for the student because they can keep track of deadlines as well as order transcripts. And please note that some college applications will require fees. If you are in need of a fee waiver, please see your counselor and they can help you with that. And many students who will be applying to more than one college or applying to some more selected colleges will want to understand and know how to complete the Common Application. There will also be a YouTube video about the Common Application, and this again requires a lot of information. So when you go to the Common Application website, you need to first of all make an account and then read through very carefully the directions. In choosing what colleges you would like to attend and understanding that each of them will have different requirements. Each college will also have different deadlines. And regular deadlines, admission deadlines, are usually between November and January. But you also can choose early decision and early action, and you need to know the difference. You will add your counselor's name on the Common Application for them to fill out and send your transcript. You will also be asked for some colleges to include letters of recommendations by your teachers. And Mrs. Deacon is going to talk a little bit more about letters of recommendations and how to ask for those later in this video. The Common Application is a little bit more complicated. Again, we would recommend that you read them very carefully and you consult your counselor if you have questions. Most colleges will also require a copy of your transcript. There are actually two kinds of transcripts. The unofficial copy of your transcript is something that we can give you without an official signature of our principal. If you need an unofficial copy of your transcript, you can email your counselor and they can email it back to you, or you can go into the counseling office and ask Mrs. Halalana for a copy of your unofficial transcript. If the college or scholarship is needing an official copy of your transcript, you need to go to the Goals and Planning and College Planning at Zello. And when you add the college you are going to apply to, it will also give you a link to order a transcript. It is very simple and will be the best way to order a transcript. We will also have a YouTube video on how to order the transcript from Zello, so please check that out.
Did someone say free money? Completing the FAFSA can feel like a daunting task, but don't worry, your school counselors are here to help. During College Application Week, we will be helping students with the first step in completing the FAFSA, which is creating the FSAID. We will also be sharing resources from the Iowa College Access Network and how you and your family can set up a free appointment with John Holland to work through the steps of filing the FAFSA. Institutional scholarships are scholarships that come from the college itself. This information does not necessarily always come through the Cedar Falls High School Counseling Office, so make sure you're checking your email for information from the schools that you're applying to. More free money? The links on this slide will take you to numerous scholarship opportunities. Make sure to track which scholarships you're applying for and stay ahead of the deadlines. Your counselors will be posting scholarship notifications on Schoology as they become available. Remember, spending a few hours each week in scholarships can really pay off.
So in order to get that free money, here are some important steps to take. When you're filling out applications, whether it's scholarship or admission application, there are often criteria for that application you need to be aware of and use to determine your eligibility. Here are some examples that scholarships might be looking for specifically, but keep in mind there are so many scholarships available for all different reasons, not just GPA or ACT scores. It's also important to pay close attention to the application and what it's asking from you. Follow directions carefully and note when the application is asking for in terms of essays or letters of recommendation. Speaking of essays and letters of recommendation, make sure to note the expectations for the essay, including answering the main questions. A great way to start is to create an outline of your personal essay. Your personal essay for college scholarships and applications is a showcase of who you are and what you have accomplished. Take care in writing this and remember to have it proofread. Seniors, here's the bottom line. When writing scholarship essays or admission application essays, remember that you are proving to someone through your words that you should have access to that college or to that funding. Convince them why they should give you the free money and what you plan to do with that. Make your words count. Here's a link to online essay tips from scholarship.com. Some of the applications will ask for a letter of recommendation or multiple letters of recommendation. These could be from a teacher or community member, someone outside of your family who knows your work. Ask ahead of time, give them the information they need to take care of this, and remember to thank them. Also, if you need materials mailed, you can also drop them off in the counseling office to Mrs. Havilana. Please include information about yourself to that recommender. It helps them write the best letter they can about you and include all the necessary information. Don't assume they know everything about you. Keep a living document that you can update and revise as you add things to this resume. Include work, volunteering, anything you've done through school and other organizations. Here are some tips for building that resume from the Iowa College Access Network. Seniors, congratulations! There is a lot to do this year, but we are here to help in any way you need. First of all, remember to complete the senior survey, which was sent in your email. This is very important information about graduation that we need to have. Keep checking your email and Schoology for resources from the counseling office. Remember to use Zello and explore options. Be open. Talk with people about your decisions for the future and your graduation story. We all want to help. And remember to have fun and enjoy your senior year. Thank you all for joining us.